What's going on, everybody? This is Darian with Darian's Creations. I'm here to talk about some warm-ups you can do before you start drawing. A lot of us will pick up a pencil or a stylus and we will go in cold and we will just start scribbling away at a tablet, a sketchbook, whatever medium you're using, and we never warm up, and there's a reason for it. And I want to say this: every person who does anything physical, and drawing is physical, the best way to do it is to warm up. So as an athlete, we'll stretch, we'll do some sort of HIIT stuff, right? High intensity training. We'll do whatever we can. You never just start off on the marathon. You always build up to a marathon, and a drawing is no different. Sometimes it may take me days to actually complete a drawing. As a matter of fact, most of the time it takes me days. I may lose my creativity throughout the drawing. Midway through the drawing, I'll get to a certain portion of my drawing and then absolutely throw it directly in the trash. And then I'll wait a day or two, sometimes come back to it and finish it or be more inspired. So like even that mental warm up is something to do as well. But as far as my fingers, I actually get both of my fingers. I don't want one hand that's stiff, that's more of my holding my iPad type of hand, and then this hand's loose. And it's really hard to work out one part of your body without the other being in tandem. So I always stretch my fingers out. I know you may think, I can't believe I'm watching a video about warming up before I work out, but clearly you need to. So thanks for watching. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like. So I will go ahead and kind of pop my wrist back and forth, both side to side. Now this is no scientific method, right? I'll crack any knuckles I can. I kind of pop them a little bit, whatever I got to do before I start gripping something. A lot of people do have tennis elbow. They'll get tendonitis, they'll get carpal tunnel syndrome, right? And they don't understand how come artists get hurt or injured by doing this. And a lot of them don't warm up. They don't stretch. They don't do anything pre or post. They just go in cold, start scribbling, finish it, and then that's it. They just stop. They never let their body cool down from that. So also doing that, I don't just try and draw what I see. Initially, I just warm up circles, squares, straight lines, stuff like that. So I have the iPad Pro with me right now. Let's go ahead and start. I'm going to open up the app Procreate here. Oh, look, I already have a document opened. And this document is an 8x10 high-res printable for me. It's something if I want to print out, I'm not going to do that here. And understand that your canvases, so if you ever use a brush size like I'm doing right here, and it says like brush size is 8, on this canvas, it may be as small as you see right here, and then it may be super big or really, really small on another canvas because of the resolution. Now, if you can't see right here, I actually just made 2 complete strokes. Isn't that great? In the same fashion. And that's what I'm talking about. You want to warm up your eyes and your hand. So whenever I write my name, it's something different. I do not draw my name, I write my name. I do use the tripod grip whenever I'm writing, like most of us do, and I do use an overhand grip for the most part whenever I'm drawing. It is a lot more difficult to do that on something like a tablet, but it can be done. However, I have trained myself to still tripod grip it and then still move as if I had an overhand grip. So I will go ahead and just do like a little dot here, a little dot over here. And with my overhand grip, let me just see if I could do it. I will go ahead and put the stylus down and see if I can move it in one straight line over there. Or I'll do a modified overhand grip and see if I can do the same thing. And that one actually hit its intended target. So, and this isn't supposed to be a fast-paced drill. This is something I take a couple minutes to do, and I'll just make my own thing. So with that little line segment, remember in school when you were doing line segments? And then with that, I'll see if I can draw circles just all the way through that. All right, and this is just me. Now you can do this on any sort of paper or medium. Try not to get too high or above it. You'll see me ghosting in the line, and then something like that. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. I'm not trying to draw perfect circles. If I wanted to do that, I'll go ahead and just let Procreate kind of snap that for me if I would like, but I don't want to do that because that takes away from the artist's ability and you're relying too much on the computer to help you. So either way, that's that. That's how I warm up. I do a lot of straight lines. same sort of thing. I can draw a straight line across, and I'll see how many times I can draw that same straight line. Now, of course, it's going to get thicker and thicker and thicker, and of course you see I'm getting lazier with it, I guess, because it should just be one solid line. I'll even get the sideways, like I said, because this will allow you to kind of get that shoulder right there. And I will do different angles of stuff, or still holding it. I will kind of just do straight lines at an angle, right? And this helps me see my starting point and stopping point, not only in my head, but also on whatever I'm drawing. So I'll do that. And instead of flipping it horizontal, like some people will do, and then just do the opposite by coming back this way, I tend to say, nope, I want to actually see if I can draw that line I'm trying to draw the opposite direction with my hand that I'm comfortable with doing everything on this side. You will notice that you tend to draw people who are all facing the same direction because that's the easiest way for you to go, because we were taught to draw or write from left to right in the United States. And some of us can draw, doesn't matter, the same. That takes skill. And so what I'll do is, yes, it's more of an awkward position for me to do it, but I'll still try and do it. And I do the same thing. And like I said, it's not a bad thing, however you do it. There we go. So understanding that alone, I can go in here and, you know, just kind of have fun with this and make it more of a, like, you know, a rope. And let's say I want to start adding features to this line work I'm doing right now. Let's go ahead and change this up. Right, I'm getting sloppy. I'm accepting certain things that I don't want. And then I'm gonna come up here, skip one, go up there, skip one, there, skip, skip. Now this doesn't do anything. It's just a smaller line that I'm trying to get. And once again, you see this right here, these circles. I will still do a big circle up here, and I will continue to ghost in this line. And I will try and just keep this line before I start doing something like that and go far out. So as you can see right here, I will just continue to ghost this line for a little bit, right? And there's nothing wrong with it. Some people will try and bring it in, see if they can do it, you know, the whole time. Can they, how low can they go? I don't see the point of all that all the time. These are just some exercises that you can do before you start getting into the actual art portion, before you warm up your eyes and your body to do your hand-eye coordination. This is one of those specific things, right? Go ahead and put 3 little points. You already know it has to be some sort of a triangle at this point. And let me see if I can do that. Bam, hit my eraser tool, and then just erase that little part. Who cares about this? So that's my little triangle from there. And from here, what can I do with it? I can try and, you know, ghost in some lines here, some stuff here. Whoops. And do that. So you don't know whether or not the triangle is coming towards you, away from you, whatever. If it's an inverted or if it's popping out at you. And that's going to be based on lighting. Now something like peppermint, you know, that's where you can kind of sip it sideways and start shading into it and doing things to mess with light. Now I'm not good at any of this stuff. I told you I suck at this. This is why you're watching me. And it's just something that, oh good Lord. Go back to line detail. This is something that I just have fun doing, right? And I can't stop drawing. So either way, that's going to be my part 1 of my little series, is understanding or working through Procreate or any app on your iPad or tablet, whatever it may be. Even if you're using a Wacom Cintiq or something like that, is to warm up first, right, before you get into it. Don't try and get in there cold and then just start doing a lot of fine motor skills like tying your shoes and doing something like this, this is going to take a while, and this is going to take a lot on you. So instead of me doing this a lot, I try and keep my hand as perfectly still and move elbows and shoulders, right? So moving my shoulder across is a lot easier than me trying to flick my my wrist all the way across on something. So hopefully you guys found that video a little bit helpful. If you did, consider subscribing, hit the thumbs up button, share it with somebody. I will come back with a part 2 as to how I did not master Procreate, but how I utilize Procreate. It's PH Darian / Darian Creates. I'll see you next time. Peace.